Alright guys, welcome back to another operaomnia video where we are gonna be talking about the early BT Plus characters. This video in a way is going to be me talking about my early pool planning for BT Plus characters, mainly those in the first 2.5 months once the BT Plus slash Lufenia Plus era starts getting introduced into global operaomnia. So I am going to talk about what I am planning to do that is going to be a little bit different compared to what I did when Lufenia Plus and BT Plus were first introduced to JP operaomnia, and kind of talk about why I am making these choices on the global side once they arrive to global. And my question to you guys before we get into it and I give my reasonings as to why I decided to choose these characters as my choices for the BT Plus characters for the BT Plus era, I want to know what your choices are. Like, what is it? Which characters are going to be the BT Pluses that you are going to be choosing for only the first 2.5 months? I'm not talking about for characters that is going to be released like 6-7 months or even 8 months later on. Like, that's not what we're going to get into in this video. Like, I don't want to see comments talking about like, oh, I'm going to skip every single BT Plus character because I'm waiting for I don't know, Noel or Locke or Furion or whoever it is that you're trying to wait for that won't be coming anytime soon. I'm talking about the beginning BT Plus characters, because there will be there will be some players, there will be some players that will probably say, oh, I'm going to be skipping because they want to, they're crazy enough. They actually do want to wait a good amount of time until they get like the most busted of busted BT Plus characters. And you know what? To each their own. You know what I mean? I really can't stop you. But to those who are trying to plan out and trying to figure out what BT Plus characters to choose, which ones are you trying to go for the first 2.5 months? And I'm talking about October, November, and then the first half of December. Those are the ones that we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, make sure that whenever you are looking into this information, because there are plenty of resources out there. There are many videos, many gameplays, many content creators, not just English content creators, but Japanese content creators. Whether you don't understand what they're talking about, the gameplay is the most important part. The team comp is also very important, because you'll understand that when you look at the team comp and you look at the synergy on how they work together, you'll have a much better time understanding like why these characters work together, like why these BT effects work together. All of those little things do matter in terms of like which BT Plus characters that you choose, and then team comps matter afterwards. So like, make sure that whenever you are choosing your BT Plus characters, obviously if it's your favorite, go for your favorites. But if you're trying to figure out which ones in terms of like utility, which ones you think is going to be best for your gameplay, which ones do you think is going to make your Lufenia runs or your Lufenia Plus runs much smoother, do your research. Make sure that you do your research, look up the exact things about said character, the effects, and every single little detail, because I tell you, I promise you, like, I'm not trying to scare any global players away, but like the first 2 to 3 months of Lufenia Plus was pretty rough, especially for JP players, including myself. Seeing as how it was all brand new to us, we had to try to find and gather all of this information for you guys so that it could be much easier for global players. Once all of these events start dropping, the runs will be much easier for y'all, and you guys can come out and just straight destroy everything just like that. That's one of the benefits of players from the West who play the JP side, who are able to share this information for you guys to make your runs easier. That's what I'm saying. Make sure to do your research. So with that being said, guys, if you guys do enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future operaomnia content. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about how I plan on how I plan on choosing my BT Plus character. So I'm going to do something a little bit different with my global account, and I'm actually going to do the opposite of what I chose for my BT Plus character. So instead of me choosing the same characters that I chose on my JP account, I'm actually going to choose the opposite. So let's take example in October, once Divine Pandemonium arrives and the first two characters, the first BT Plus characters arrive, right? We have Yustola and then we have Zidane. I chose to BT Plus Yustola. Now, before I continue, one thing I want to know, and I really want to make sure everybody understands, no, none of these BT characters, none of these beginner BT characters are bad. Like a lot of these BT characters, like, you know, if somebody says that these BT characters are bad, like I like you must, I don't know, you know, just ... is all I can say. Like, none of these beginner BT characters are bad. All of these BT Plus characters are solid, very good BT Plus characters. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're nuts. Because either they have not done their research or they are looking way too far ahead into JP Foresight and looking into like the future of future BT Plus characters and seeing what is coming up ahead of time and just not caring about what's going to be coming at the beginning of BT Plus. You know what I mean? So, you know, if somebody tells you that, ignore them, because you, again, do your research. That's the most important part for you to do. So, like I mentioned, Yustola, I did not regret greening her. She was a solid BT Plus. Her auras, her BT effect was beautiful. But since I am going to be doing the complete opposite on my global account, I am going to go ahead and choose Zidane as my first BT Plus on global. So with Zidane, with his BT Plus, because we're just going to mainly focus on his BT effect. Whenever we get closer and closer to his actual release is when I'll make my in-depth video on, or just like in general for all the characters that I'm going to be talking about, I'll make my in-depth video on them and talk about more about them in details on like their kit and everything like that. But for this video, we'll just talk about their BT effects. So with Zidane's BT effect, he provides the party with a 40% Brave damage up, a 20% Stolen Max Brave overflow up, a 20% Brave damage cap up. Whenever he's attacking a debuff enemy, the party gets a 20% HP damage up. And then whenever Zidane is inflicting a debuff, he recovers the party's HP by 100% of the max HP. And if they are already at max HP, he converts all of that, 100% of it, into excess Brave. Then he also increases the party's Brave by 50% of his own. What else can you ask for? It's a solid BT effect and a solid first BT Plus effect. And then if you look at the very bottom where you see that the additionals that you get whenever you BT Plus him fully is that he provides Brave damage up 20%. And then whenever he is inflicting a debuff, he adds an increase to party Brave by 50% of his own Brave. So he's actually adding more to that. He is actually adding 100% of that party Brave based on his own max Brave. So you can see right there that just with that alone, he is providing a solid amount of support to the party. And like I said, I would go into more into what his entire kit does, but like that would have to be for a whole nother video, just because like there is so much more to his kit that would back me up into how good of a character he becomes once he gets his LD, his rework, and his BT Plus. But like overall, like his BT plus and his BT effect is a solid one, and a solid one to have once the BT plus era arrives to global. Next up, we're going to be talking about what comes in the second half of November, and that's going to be between Ace and Bartz. So when that happened, I decided to go and green Bartz. Now, Bartz, he got like a few additional things. He didn't get too much. I know that he got, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot the other thing, but the one thing that he got, it was that he was able to enchant the party with wind. I forgot what the second thing was, but I know that was one of the other things with his BT plus. Other than that, that's pretty much about it with his BT plus. But with Ace though, Ace is a whole nother story, because Ace actually provides a crap ton more in my opinion. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I kind of wish I would have greened Ace, because he actually provides a whole lot more. Not that I'm saying that he's better than Bartz. I kind of feel like he's a little bit higher than Bartz, but like, you know, they're about even in terms of like what they provide, because of course, like, you know, Bartz does this and then Ace does this, but like in general, they are both solid BT pluses in their own respective ways. But with Ace though, Ace is a little bit different, because with Ace's BT effect, he increases the party's max brave, attack, stolen max brave overflow up, HP damage up, and max brave cap up. And then whenever you BT plus him, he increases the attack even more, and then the stolen max brave overflow up. Now the thing is though, like this burst effect is like a stackable type of burst effect. But the thing is though, like it's very easy to make him reach max stacks, because all you have to do to get him to reach the maximum percentages that you see on the screen is basically just make Ace act, and that's it. So after 3 turns that Ace acts, all of the highest percentages that you see on the screen is what Ace is going to be providing to the party. Not only that, but with his LD ability, his LD ability is also providing a good amount of party auras to the party. So, you know, he's providing a whole good amount of extra stuff alongside with his BT effect. So I am going to be greening Ace this time on my global account instead of Bartz. Not only that, but of course, Ace does have traps. And whenever his BT effect is finished, he actually launches a kind of like a final attack at the enemy as well once it goes away, which is pretty neat. It's kind of like I don't know, like here you go, like this is like my final attack, and that's it. So but overall though, excuse me, you know, even though he might not have what Bartz has, where like you do recover an amount of brave based on the amount of HP damage that you do, I like the fact that with Ace though, like aside from the amount of damage that he does with his base kit and everything like that, he's still providing a good amount of auras and everything like that with his BT effect and his LD, so on and so forth. You know, like I said, don't get me wrong, I like Bartz and I like the auras that he provides and everything like that, but this time I'm going with Ace because I am going with the opposite of what I chose with what I did on my JP account. So Ace is what I'm going with once we get into mid October. Now, when we go into November, Vayne and Cloud of Darkness get their BT pluses. Now, I was a little bit indifferent here. Now, I went with Vayne with his BT plus, and I did enjoy using his BT plus. The only thing that I wasn't really too crazy of a fan of with his BT plus is that with his follow-up attack, you needed to break the enemy to get that follow-up to trigger, right? And so like with Vayne, like you would have to like constantly use like his skill too. And I mean, there were other ways to be able to get his follow-up ability to work. You know, there was team comps that you could also use as well to make that trigger. There were many ways to get that to actually work out. Aside from that, you know, he did have some party auras as well. But this time I'm actually going to go with Cloud of Darkness. Now with Cloud of Darkness, he actually does provide some party auras. So with a BT plus. Now, aside from the follow up, so now we'll have access to two of her burst effects, seeing as how she's BT plus, and every BT plus character has access to two of the what you would call it, the BT effects. Now we have access to two of them now. So with the BT plus, she now adds stolen max brave overflow up and HP damage up, which is great, because not only will it help her, but it will also help out the party as well. So at least that she is able to help out not only herself but also the party, and she has strong follows as well, and you get two of them. So that's why I'm going with Cloud of Darkness for my global accounts. And then with Vayne, if you're curious to know what Vayne does, I pulled this up just for those who are curious about it. Vayne, he provides Brave Regen, Attack up, Brave Damage up, and Brave Damage Cap up. Now, some of you guys might say, well, why don't you go with Brave Damage Cap up? Because that's actually pretty good. You're able to get more Brave damage into the enemies, and then you got Brave Damage Cap up, which you will be able to, which will help in turn to get to like that 11,998. Well, yes, you're right, but like there is another unit that is coming up in mid-November that actually does that as well, and it's actually a much stronger unit, and is one that I am actually going to be greening myself. So if we take a look at the chart right here, you're gonna see that for mid-November we have Lan and Ren, and we have Garland with his BT pluses. Now, I went with Garland with his BT plus. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really use Garland with his BT plus too often, only because a lot of the Lufenia fights after his release, it's not that I couldn't delay them, but like it actually hurt me a little bit to use delay against the enemies. But then like maybe like after like a couple weeks after that, I was able to use Garland a good amount. But Garland with his BT effects, with the BT pluses and everything like that, and the add-ons they gave to him like really helped out a lot, especially if you combine them with like say Jecht, because I did make a video on him. When you combine both Garland and Jecht together with his BT effect, oh, it's a nasty combo. But like I said, since I'm doing the opposite this time for global, I'm actually going to green Lan and Ren. Now, DB, I guess, I don't know, they might have forgotten I don't know, I guess they forgot to add the effects on their website, but I did manage to pull it up via Discord. So with their burst effect, basically makes it so that, and if you don't know, like Lan and Ren basically become AoE nukes. Like they are destructive as hell. And the more enemies that are on the field, the more insane damage they are going to be doing and providing via their BT effect. So with their BT effect, depending on the amount of enemies, depending on the amount of enemies will be the percentage that you will be getting. So they will provide Stolen Brave, Max Brave Overflow. So if there was only one enemy, they will give you a 30% increase on that. If there was 3 enemies, they will give you a 50% Brave Damage Delta. They will start off with 10% if there's only one enemy, and then 50% if there was 3 enemies. HP Damage Delta, 10% if one enemy, 30% if there was 3 enemies. Max Obtainable Brave and Max HP Damage Cap up. Get this. 20% one enemy, 40% 3 enemies. So that tells you right there that that the more enemies on the field, the stronger these twins become, and the stronger your teammate will benefit from having the twins and their BT effect. And maxing them out at BT plus, you are gonna be dishing out some solid damage, some insane damage, just by having the twins out on the field. Their BT effect is extremely good in my opinion. It is one to definitely not overlook. I am 1000% going to be pulling for the twins, not for the power, but for the BT effect. They have a very solid BT effect, in my opinion. Now, finally, if we look over into December, since I said that we are only going to be focusing on the first 2.5 months of um, of the BT Plus era, we're gonna look in between Jecht and Arden, who are getting their BT Pluses. Now, for me, I actually was unable to get either of the two BT Pluses, but if I wanted to, I was actually going to BT Plus Arden on JP instead of Jecht. But seeing as how I'm doing the opposite, I am going to BT Plus Jecht. Now, Jecht with his BT Plus is actually pretty nasty with his BT effect. His BT effect provides the party with a 30% attack up, 20% brave damage cap up, 50% brave damage up, 20% brave regen, brave regen by 20% of max brave. Whenever attacking whenever attacking a broken target, the brave damage cap up is increased by 10% or a total of 30%. That actually adds on to the 20% that I mentioned earlier. So you can do up to 12,998. And then the brave damage by 50%. So you can do up to 100% brave damage up. That will help you in doing the maximum amount of brave damage that you could possibly do with having Jecht's BT effect up on the field. Then if you BT plus him, max him out and everything like that, he gives an additional 30% attack up. And he also gives a brave regen by 20% of the max brave. So, and that right there is added on to what is set up here. So technically it would be a 60% and a 40% of the max brave. So, yes, I am 1000% going to be maxing out Jecht and his BT plus. And again, like he in combination with like say a few of some of the previous or even some of the future BT pluses, yeah, he is one. He's another one that, in my opinion, should not be overlooked. Now, I will be doing a video like this once we get closer to December, when I talk about like some of the other BT plus characters, like say like uh Jesus Christ, I forgot your name. Caius. Yeah. Jesus, why did I forget your name? Yeah. Caius and Gobez, and then we got Jagron. Yeah, Jagron, right? Kuja, Machina, what's your name? No, Shantoro. Jesus. 40 was gonna be so bad. um Noel or no, whatever. Onion Eye, so on and so forth, right? So I will be making another video talking about the rest of the BT Plus characters, and I'll be doing this, just giving my opinions, just based off experiences, since I play JP, so on and so forth, to kind of help out those and kind of, maybe throw some thoughts and opinions out there for those who are curious about like like which BT plus characters should you pull on, or maybe ones that you have thought but you kind of wanted a second opinion, so on and so forth. Like this is the reason. This is one of the reasons why. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to make this video was because like I want to just throw my opinions out there for you guys. I'm not telling you guys that you should pull for any of these characters. I'm just letting you guys know like, hey, like these characters do this and this and that. I'm giving you my opinions on it, but again, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, do your research, watch gameplay, and, just based off of your style of gameplay, like, just determine, like, kind of just go by like what you guys think. Like, just determine just by your gameplay style, like, and what you feel most comfortable with on what you think would be like the best characters to like BT plus, just like so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like I said, doing researches on these characters is like my best answer for you guys. And like I said, there are so many resources, not just on YouTube, but there are many resources out there where you have all of this information where you can find out exactly what it is that a character does, and so on and so forth. And again, if you have any other questions, then feel free to ask me. My Discord is down in the description below. If you guys need any help, if you want to join my Discord, you are more than welcome to. So that if you have any questions, or if you have any questions about any of any of the upcoming events, so on and so forth, you're more than welcome to join. Me, any of my mods, any of the people that are already there are more than welcome to help and to try to help you out if you are in need of any assistance, or if you're a new player and if you're needing some advice. We are all here to help you out. We're trying our best to build a friendly Discord community for newer players, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, with that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, whew, that was a mouthful. If you guys did enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future operaomnia content. And again, let me know what you guys are going to be planning on BT plusing, or if you want to do your research and come back to this video and let me know what you are planning to do, do that as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.